Welcome to MultiDimensional You, a podcast for soul evolution and growth. Join your hosts, Danah of Empowering Energetics and Kathy the Hippie Mom, as we explore the vast realms of energy, consciousness, and spiritual awakening.
Well, good night, Texas, and good morning to Europe and Amsterdam.
Yes. We are 15 minutes away here in Texas from the official start of August the 8th, Lionsgate, when the energy is the highest, the most potent.
And I'm a little bit in it already. No, it started actually 27th when we had the Mayan calendar for the new timeline, 7th of July. And this whole energy field takes till the 13th, so it's very potent. And actually, it's always a potent portal, and there are no new energies. It's simply that we grow and evolve and become more aware, so our consciousness can tap into the higher frequencies. Now, so yoo-hoo, as so many people are awakening now, finally, I would say. And we were just, when we went online, we were just chit-chatting a little bit because we do not see each other often. We do communicate, but always when we jump into these recordings, we notice changes in looking at each other, energy fields, how we look, how it feels, how spacious actually at the moment it is. And just making bold decisions, bold changes. And I think that really belongs to this potential portal at the moment.
For sure.
And as well, you open the field for our viewers always with the Akashic Records. And actually, I'm very excited about that, you being an Akashic reader, because we did discuss months ago when we were recording about the Halls of Amenti. And to me, the original library and light cities and of the organic timeline. So the origin of Earth and the origin of humanity as a species, with the original DNA programming, and how potent it is for this vessel to grow and evolve, and what should go as a normal. And you see how squeezed in we have been. It's like a very long process, a long sleep, a long dragging to come out. And still, as well, that is very potent, because we see around with all the challenges during our lifetimes, we still come back to that heart space and that pure intention to really want to experience pure connection from the heart, with no agendas, with equality, with respect for those you come across with. And I think that's especially now very felt.
Yeah, I need to try to get back into the Halls of Amenti again, because I told you I've done it twice, a meditation to try to get in, and both times is it Anubis? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
The Anubis? Yeah, so he let me in, but he took me to my own room, like my own healing room, because I wasn't ready to go anywhere else. So I need to try to get in again and see if I'm ready now to get in more, further into it.
Yeah, that's very interesting that you say that. Um,
I was surprised. I didn't expect that to happen.
Oh, cool, it happened.
It did.
And even if I'm just aware for so long for things like this, like we as well discussed before, we became, because we only knew this reality because we can feel it. It's so tangible.
Mm,
And and we were discussing about meditation, and we were sharing that you mostly feel that you go out of body, you're not aware at all, and then you always come back in time when the energy softened, and you drop back into your body, and then you're like,
mm,
oh, I'm back, and then you feel rejuvenated. You were not conscious in that moment. And
mhm,
me, for years, I don't go off. I'm always present, and I can jump into the meditation, and I can jump into the other rooms, let's call it that. And but I'm never gone, and that's actually as well a test for yourself. How much did or do the aspects of self, the 12 aspects of self, settle into your physicality? And so, how is your higher self, which is you, which we think we disconnect from,
mm,
how much is it merged with and in your vessel? And it doesn't matter if it's to me like this and to you uh, like that, and you were now wide awake. You were like, oh, did I do something wrong? I was with it all the time. No, you evolve.
mhm,
So you don't need to go out of body because you chose to be here. And being here means you chose to be in service, to
mhm,
assist others to make this process a little bit easier, a little bit trustworthy, that you can trust, like, hey, oh, this is an aspect of me. It's not some mystical thing.
mhm,
So, and still, it's the wonder because that was the promise coming here. You forget everything.
mhm.
And then you have like a game to, well, find all the puzzle pieces back. Good morning. Yeah, well, uh, 15 minutes awake. Good. So, oh, it's fascinating to observe all the layers of everybody, because it doesn't matter how evolved you are. Um, we're all in the same soup at
Mhm,
the same now moment, and bringing forth in that soup what you have to offer. So,
mhm,
yeah, the Acturians came through, and before we're stepping in here,
mhm.
as I prepare myself as well a little bit, and as I prefer cold turkey, then it's no thought forms in between. And yeah, they showed me the abundant life,
Mm,
and that's the frequency code. And yeah, there's enough for everybody, and it's as well part of the intention. Like, being of service to me is like, let's unwrap the authentic gifts, the presence of somebody, that they come into their physicality, that they are certain in what they can bring forth in their surroundings.
mhm,
To me, it's a joy when I see people opening up the gift they are themselves. So, I'm excited. So I'm excited when you open the records in this potential time.
All right. Okay. So I opened the records for the audience of the MultiDimensional You podcast and just said, what do we need to know? And here's what they said. Your world is filled with much noise. We invite you to go inside and allow the noise to quiet so that you may hear what your heart truly desires. And with that knowledge, you can utilize and tap into the Lionsgate Energies portal to bring about change in your life, manifest desires, help Mother Gaia, awaken other humans, change the vibration that you operate daily in, contact your star families, and the list goes on. There is no limit to what you can call forth into your life when you make small shifts. Often, it is just the allowing of things to unfold in their own time after you have eliminated the roadblocks, such as old patterns, thoughts, beliefs that stand in the way. We invite you to jumpstart these processes now, utilizing the Lionsgate energies if you so choose and are ready. Trust the process. 3 simple but extremely powerful words.
Yeah.
Trust the process.
Yeah. And that makes it challenging for most, as we lost due to the belief of disconnection. We lost that innate trust.
Mm-hmm.
And many people need assistance to trust in themselves.
Right,
Again,
exactly.
as nobody can do it for you. But we can hold the space and bring the space that it's safe,
Mm-hmm.
feel safe to drop into that innate, organic, very potent human vessel. When you can subside your belief systems, your thought forms, like was shared in your message.
Mm-hmm.
And really, we can assist each other by doing so. And everybody has shadow sides because, hey, even for now, and with the 2 messages were actually the same message. And
Mm-hmm.
there is enough for everybody. We are all connected. And this is why you have to become aware of how energy functions. So, what you are seeing the most in your surroundings, it's so easy to personalize it.
Right.
And it's so important to discern and don't make things too personal, but always question the self. What do I really feel? What do I really sense? What is mine?
Mm-hmm.
And what do I take over from the surrounding energy? So the first sentence of you was like, it's so loud,
Mm-hmm. So
so
much noise.
noise. So yeah, true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had that. I saw a couple of weeks, it's probably been like 3 weeks ago now. Um, I did an event and I was doing readings, Akashic Records readings, and I had a couple people that at the end of the day, when I left, I went home and I thought, I just I don't feel like they got what they wanted, or, what did I do wrong? Like, what was going on? And so I decided the next morning when I was fresh to open up my Akashic Records and say, what did I do? What, like, help? Because I was going back to do more the next day. And the first thing my the guide said was, why do you assume it was you? Right? They said they weren't ready to hear with their ears. They weren't ready to hear what was going to come through. So that didn't come through. Instead, it was more energetic, right? It was just like a transmission that came through to them. So they didn't get the words that they were looking for, but they still got everything they needed.
Yeah,
So
well,
they they were quick to let me know, like, stop
exactly,
taking it personally. It wasn't you.
exactly. And like I phrase it always myself, I do not tell you what you want to hear,
Hmm.
but what comes through me is the potency of the opportunity, what will serve. So what
Right.
you need to hear.
Hmm.
And then people are stubborn, and that's as well very funny in a way, because I know my own stubbornness, but I have the capacity to look at my own stubbornness. I will not hide myself for it, like, oh no, I don't want to look. Oh, I'm really aware of my stubbornness. And that's as well using your own wisdom. So that stubbornness
Hmm.
brings you uh, a learning in how to be discerning to what is actually happening. And this is how I see why I was so stubborn and what it taught me in this limited form we're in. But
Right.
well, to really have that compassion, to feel so much density and so much struggle and still pop out of that cocoon. But I'm really convinced it doesn't have to hurt. It doesn't have to be painful. And as well, looking at my own being, by truly embodying all, let's say, the downside of creation and the positive way of creation, I really can breathe it in and it just pours out of your vessel. So when it's really embodied, the shadow side and the light, holding that conscious, it makes it easier to get people out of their hamster wheel, like I call it.
Hmm.
Like running in that hamster wheel, looping and looping on the same topic, because
Hmm.
really there's just one core program that is running in their field. You do not have to go to all the things happened in your reality, because
Hmm.
just one core thing you decide when you come in that you want to learn and where you want to evolve from. So grow beyond. And when you're making that decision coming in here, up there, you think like, oh, we're going to do this. Exciting. Are you sure you're going to do it? Yeah, I can do this. But maybe we do not realize that 70 years being here in the timeline is like over there 39 hours or something.
Right.
You think, oh, that's not long. But when you're here, it's like dragging us forward, in the clay or in the mud. And oh, and now the new timeline is here. So everything is evolved. And
Hmm.
yeah, then ease and grace can come.
Yeah.
And so it's so promising for the younger generation. We really
Hmm.
support them and be aware to not program this old ways of being, and to make the process really nice, because
Mhm.
more near to stepping into this reality. So they come in more advanced already. So I'm really excited for that.
Mhm. Yeah, me too.
And you know yourself, and with having your grandson around all the time,
Mhm.
so much fun with him, and you can
Yeah.
see how bright the children
Mhm.
are. Or
Yeah.
am I now saying something you didn't want to say?
No, I can't wait till he starts talking. So, like, I mean, he's talking, but not like in sentences, but I can't wait till he starts communicating so I can hear what he remembers, right? So yeah, it's fun. And I think they already like all my kids are in their 20s, mid to late 20s, and they just think differently, right? So which is very exciting.
Yeah,
It's like they're just breaking down those barriers that have been in place for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands probably. So that's very exciting.
so funny. Actually, when I'm just in my normal day-to-day thingy, I do not talk so much. When I open the space to communicate from higher self,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems like I'm babbling around.
Mm-hmm.
So much to share, and there's an excitement in the share.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just knowledge from beyond.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, 07:07 the time AM.
So I've been um, studying QHHT, which is Dolores Cannon's past life regression. Um, and I've been doing a lot of sessions so that I can get out of my intern status. And I'm almost finished. I have to do 25 sessions and I've only got a couple more to do. But it's so fun because I get to talk directly I get to ask questions directly to the person's higher self, um, and get those answers from them. And it's always just so fascinating to me what comes through, for that person. And even sometimes just general knowledge that they give out. So, because you mentioned talking directly to your higher self, and so that's, I don't know. I just thought about that and I thought I would share that because it's fascinating to me.
Very fascinating. You know what happens in my human brain now? Oh, I'm curious what comes out of me when I allow to be in your space. That's so funny. You see how thought forms are going.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because to me, it's so normal that I can see when it's coming from my human self, and I can feel when it's just
Hmm.
the wider, higher consciousness that comes through.
Hmm.
And still, it activates or triggers that program of the disconnection,
Hmm.
because
Right.
it's just programmed. It's just programmed, and it's how we are trained in the human form. Interesting.
And it's for me personally, probably was one of the hardest things to do was to trust myself and the guidance, Like instead of discounting what I was hearing and saying, I'm just making that up. That was so hard because for me, it just sounds like my voice in my head, right? It sounds like me saying it. But when you really listen to, when you really quiet the noise and you really listen to what that voice is saying, you notice those subtle differences. You pick up on those subtle things that after you think about it, you're like, well, that like I don't use that word. I don't, I don't speak like that. I don't, for me, it was that's that's what kind of stood out for me. It's like, well, how could I make that up? That, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And once you start trusting that voice and start, listening and responding, it gets easier and easier and easier. For me, it did anyway.
yeah.
And then it just kind of flows. I don't argue with my higher self anymore. Well, most of the time I don't. I
Yeah,
used
but
to.
this is why it's so very helpful to assist others
Mm,
to make them aware
mm,
how to know thyself, how
right.
your communication.
Mm,
And there are so many simple ways of knowing your in your channel.
mm,
You can feel it in your body. And the one thing I find very always a good anchor point, when both of your nostrils are open, you're in your channel.
mm,
And during your daily life, when you become aware of your breathing, because there are no nerve systems in, so it's always an open channel.
mm,
But if you operate from your feminine aspects, you can see mostly one side is more open of your nostrils. And when you go on your masculine aspects in your action mode, the other side is more open.
interesting.
Changes during what you're doing. So when you're really present in your body, and the alignment is there, because it's all about the breathing, and it's coming silent in your head, so there is no thought form in between the verbalization of what comes from your innate wisdom, so from your heart space.
Hmm.
So it's actually when you are becoming aware how you communicate, and then still with the human, we have emotions because that's our guide,
Hmm.
one of our felt senses that may want to make us aware, and to learn how your emotional body is interacting with you and knocking on your door, how your
Yeah.
mental field is knocking on your door, because it's all you, and there is no separation with your soul self. So, how to fully come into the trust of all the aspects of self. And I think that is the journey for ascension. And to me, it's ascending and descending at the same time, because it's all you. This is
Hmm.
this is the avatar you chose to bring it forth, to assist this awakening, this new timeline, this organical timeline, and how to step into. And I think Vivian Chauvet beautiful says, stay in the certainty of your light.
Hmm.
And that's beautiful when you're in that higher state and in that space of meditation, but how to
Right.
really settle into your field, and that you really have that in every now moment,
Mm-hmm.
that choice point. You can choose again, you can step into it again. Oh, wait a minute, this is how I react on what is happening from the outside, and to navigate, to fit in, to adjust to, and what do I feel, and what is really what I would like to do. Which step am I going to take? And especially in this portal time we're in now, your intention, and to really feel your intention. Otherwise, you can call in affirmations ongoing and then think, they don't work. No, the intention really has to be felt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to believe it.
You have to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't believe it, if there's still a program running like not good enough, I've done something wrong, so, well, yeah, I needed to be punished.
Mm-hmm. I haven't worked hard enough for it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
and then when I sense something in myself, I always hear what Mel Brand always used to say. Doesn't have to be perfect. Reasonably close will do.
Mm-hmm.
Just give yourself some anchors to get
Mm-hmm.
you back into your own presence again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what you said about the breath, about breathing is so important because when I think back, probably like, I don't know, what is it, 2025? So probably like farther out than 5 years ago before I kind of had my reawakening, as I call it, I was breathing very shallow. And I wasn't even conscious that I was breathing that way, right? And when I really started, especially when you start to do breath work or you start to do meditation or something, and you realize, wait, I'm not even taking a deep breath in my normal day-to-day life. That's
No.
so important. So
Yes,
just being aware of your breath.
because when you don't do it, you don't fuel yourselves. There's no
Mm-hmm.
oxygen coming through.
Mm-hmm.
So then the debris starts. It's just no rocket science.
Mm-hmm.
And even to become aware, and I became aware when I had this fall. And when you have a fall, let's say it's a shock to the body, you have to readjust. Everything was bruised, broken, whatever, in my whole torso, in my hip, and still, yeah, it takes a little while for your physicality to come back. But then you have to go into your pelvic area. And then I noticed and I became aware that I was breathing, because you have to run, you want to fit in and come back soon and don't take time what the body needs as time to recover. I was breathing completely the other way around,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because when you inhale, you have to, well, how do you say that? Contract your pelvic.
Contract. Mm-hmm.
And when you breathe out, then you let go. But mostly with this shallow breath, when you're walking, you breathe completely the other way around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you
That's
breathe
true.
in and you just relax everything, and when you breathe out, then you contract. So what are you doing? When we were training and all the simple meditations to come into alignment, to learn to breathe with your universal breath through your heart, where your lungs stop, and when you really relax, it's like, I like to keep it simple. And you say, like, in breath is the new energies, And on the out breath, you release all the old and the tired. But what you do when you do that contraction and that relaxing the other way around, on your in breath to refresh, you let it all out again because you just relax everything. So you breathe in and it just goes out.
Mm-hmm.
When you breathe the old and the tired out, then you contract it because you straight drag it back in.
Yeah.
Now, and to just make things more simple, to get an understanding of yourself and how you do things when you walk.
Mm-hmm.
The same with meditation. Do I really need to go out there? Or did I choose to become fully aware of a mature soul where all aspects are in the vessel? Oh, I think I chose the last one.
Mm-hmm.
No, we all came for this beautiful time now. And it's already out there, and our consciousness level did raise. We became aware, and we all have now the time to step overall in the higher dimensional reality.
Mm-hmm.
And that's beautiful because we have to assist each other to stay on course. Don't fall back, no matter what, because still there are those who are really still in the mud. They have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
So we are here as starseed light workers, forerunners, I like to call it, new ones, new children.
Mm-hmm.
We are here to assist each other to faster evolve and grow. No matter how you do it, that can be in a very high next level stage of being a healer, a Akashic reader, to read the organic timeline. So I'm very excited for you because you're very good in it, and really because it's not that's not my aspect. So I'm really excited to support you in all of that. That you make that shift. And like you say, like, oh, I went in and I just got to sit in my own healing bath and oh, I'm really very excited to, and I'm very honored as well to be a witness of that.
Aw.
We have
Well,
this
same for you too.
so, and
I think that's a really important thing to bring up, a thing that I kind of struggled with right when I was first learning. Like I first learned to read for myself, and I did that. I felt like I had a good handle on that. And then when I started to learn to read for other people, again, all those doubts came back in, and how do I know that I'm really getting this and all of that. And what happened was I would get like a reading from someone else, and then I would compare myself to them and say, well, I don't read like they do. So that must mean that I'm not good, or I'm not right. But I think that's just a really important point to bring up, is we all have our own gifts. We all have our own way of doing things, because there is someone out there, multiple people that need the medicine that we have to bring to them. And so I think that's just a really important point to bring up, is that we all have our own unique way of doing things. And those people that need you are going to be attracted to you for you to help them.
yeah,
And now is like, I just keep hearing people say, I feel like I'm on the fast track. Like, because we are, like, those of us that are here to help other people in this awakening process, we are on the fast track. We are,
yeah,
we're on the Autobahn. Really. It's happening. Those things are happening so fast, but just reach out and find those people that can help you you know, those people that are a step ahead of you or whatever, that can just help you and let you know you're doing fine.
That's so funny you bring this up as well. We are bringing this up. You know, my struggle
Hmm.
to fit in, to
Yeah.
promote. I'm not a promotion.
Hmm.
I'm not a label. I don't know what to say about myself. Where can you assist? And you have to open that door a little bit. But I so believe in your radiance will always attract.
Yes.
I do not have to shout it out. I'm was here all the time. I always will attract. When I used to have my shop, I never advertised. I and I still am not very in tune, or I do not find it so important that you have a website going on, because I completely forget about my website. But you need to just refresh it a little bit. But
Hmm.
still, I believe in when you radiate it out, it will attract naturally those that are in resonance with what your voice is verbalizing for them, what your
Hmm.
energy brings forward, what your graft brings forward. It doesn't matter how you do it.
Hmm.
Nobody is more special than you are, because there is enough. There is no competition. There is truly no competition in the higher aspects. There is no competition. It's all equally valuable, what you have to bring forward, but you have to believe that you have something to offer.
Hmm.
And sometimes silence is a place to go back to. So I see myself, eh, the last 2 years with the shift of Mother Earth and my own shift, losing my mom, going through being so much with boots on the ground. So I'm very cosmic in my essence, but I'm very grounded as well. So I went through all these processes to refuse, to not feel well, to feel an imbalance in my hormonal system, in my physicality, in my thought forms, to refresh and reframe. And I'm a strange one when I don't feel completely fully aligned, and I know how powerful that what comes and flows through me is. I don't want to bring my distortion in. So then I withdraw till I feel and sense I can open up again, because it's a free channel.
Hmm.
When there is a distortion or a cramp or whatever, then I choose to not merge or not bring it forward, even if I know how to just subside and go into my channel. And still, when I feel off, then I know I'm off. I trust my feeling off. And yeah, because it's not a trick you do. It's conscious interaction, conscious connection from heart, from soul to soul. So when I'm
Hmm.
there and when I do it, and that's like you, and it's beautiful to witness how much trust you gained in, well, now 3 years since we met. And I see your growth, and it really excites me. And I
Hmm.
really feel your all your layers and sheet bodies are now
Hmm.
in your well, in the seat of the soul.
Thank you. Yeah. That's good to hear.
Yeah, but we have to remind each other of that, especially
Hmm.
when you're really from pure intent connecting with each other.
Hmm. Hmm.
And everything is to discuss your shadow sides as well. I
Yeah.
see it. Why do we withdraw? Why don't we open and honest communicate with each other? We're not perfect. We're all learning and growing.
Hmm.
Now, where is our cup of tea and our biscuits? Yeah, a lot of wisdom shared.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while, so we had a lot of stuff building up, I think, and ready to come forward. Plus the portal
Yeah, so,
opens to us.
well, yeah, what are we going to just pinpoint? What is very important? Intention. Believe in your intention. Dream big.
Hmm.
Dream balance, equality, abundance for all, sharing, communing, bringing forth kindness, gentleness, sometimes firm. That tough love is sometimes needed. Healthy
Hmm.
boundary. And all that will serve for the all, for your small inner
Hmm.
circle, for your family, spouse. That what doesn't resonate, just walk away from it.
Hmm.
And when it now is walking away or going away from you, it can always come back when it's more in alignment again. So there's nothing lost. There's everything to gain and to be proud,
Hmm.
no matter what happens outside in the world of those that need a lot of compassion, that are still halfway in, or maybe all the way up in the mud of
Hmm.
your density.
Yeah, I get that a lot. People coming in asking about, oh, I have this bad relationship with this family member, and what can I do? And the answer is always the same that they get, although sometimes they don't like to hear it, but it's always turn inward, work on yourself, because that's the ripple effect that's going to go out and it's going to change those situations without you having any direct contact with that person, right? It's look inside. How does the situation resonate with you? How are you showing up that way for other people? How are you, like, what is it about that situation that is something for you that you need to work on? And then that just changes the situation. It's
Yeah,
amazing. I've seen it myself
yeah.
in my own, in my own situations. I've seen it happen and just been amazed.
So again, we come back, learn about who you are yourself, learn thyself, know thyself.
Mm-hmm.
And there is so much to get to know. And even to me, I'm very excited for the next that I am ready to become aware of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I can see as well, being awake for so long already, since, yeah, I can say like started in my puberty, really to open it up. And there's so much
Mm-hmm.
more. And I could see myself, well, stepping back, because I also was programmed coming in this connection.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you don't want to go ahead and leaving all your things behind. So, letting go, releasing, to come back into trust that when it's meant for you, it will come back to you. That's really to have compassion for, that training humans go to,
Mm-hmm.
because connection always is.
And also knowing that, like, everything, I had this happen to actually tonight where I just got a flash of when I was a teenager. And it was almost like a download where it came in this realization of everything that happened for a reason, right? Because it was setting me up to be where I am right now.
exactly. It always is of benefit. Coming back, we already discussed in this episode.
Mhm.
There's mostly one thing you jump into this physicality. You want to learn one thing, you want to bring and add what you have to bring, and there's just one core aspect you want to override and better yourself or
Mhm.
free yourself from, and to learn more the inner depth of embracing more of that light and more ease and grace.
Mhm.
Core wounding, let's say, because people think in wounds or downfalls not good enough. So core wounding is mostly one thing that will bring so many varieties of how you go with that thing you want to learn and grow into and what you want to bring forward. So
Mhm. Yeah.
yes, you choose your family, your, yeah, even you, we do not believe that.
Mhm.
Sorry. You already know who you are going to meet and who is going to assist you to override
Mhm.
you did not quite get yet, or what you were excited about to learn. I'm looking outside and it's early morning, and already since 7, I have a children's farm behind my garden, and the rooster and his chickens are like, wow, you're awake. You're awake. Come on out. Bring us some of those seeds. We're waiting on you.
Oh, they want their breakfast.
I see the
Cute.
rooster. He's very huge. He's really big.
Mhm. Maybe knocking on your door.
Well, even our conversations are very personalized.
Mhm.
So, in a way, I really like that because we're so human as well.
Mhm.
We're so connected to the star beings, and there's so much happening around us. And
Mhm.
to find our families back, actually,
Yeah.
that's very excited too.
Mhm.
Really allow and open more up to, like you said, I had to work with your guides. I know they are there. I always stated like, hey, I'm just human. I don't know nothing. And I just open up that space. So it is actually the other realms and my team members and guides that bring forward what flows through me.
Mm.
But actually, it is as well me. So as we are all one.
Mhm. Yeah.
But I forget always to firmly ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I see that difference in you. You tend to go outside and ask outside of self. So it's really so much fun to um, to learn from each other and see the
Yeah.
differences and the
Mhm.
differences in connecting, in awakening, in becoming aware, and connecting to your highest this timeline, what you can bring forward in every now moment.
Mm-hmm. And that's another important thing is to have someone, right? Even if it's just one other person to be able to talk to about what you're feeling, what you're, like what you're awakening to, having just a like-minded person that you can talk to and compare notes and say, this is what happens to me. Does that happen to you? And, if you can't find someone in person, then online, find a online, find your tribe, find your community so that you can, not feel like you're alone because
So,
you're not alone.
and be very aware, especially now, not go into repetition of the story.
Mm-hmm.
More. Drop the stories,
Mm-hmm.
but share the stories about how did you grow out of it.
Right.
What is your experience? Because
Mm-hmm.
citing in
Right.
the storytelling
Yes.
and not the storytelling of the old. The same
Mm-hmm.
way,
Yeah.
like not good enough and dragging down,
Mm-hmm.
repeating, but yeah, but this and that. I don't want to hear those stories because it
Yeah.
keeps you in your lower vibration.
Right. You're not sharing the pain, you're sharing the triumph of, what came out of it and what you are evolving into. And
And still, there is compassion for that it did hurt or it's
yeah,
because
yeah, we're human.
witnessed, and that's compassion, training compassion. But no, you are not a child anymore, and you can choose again, anew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, how we can talk for hours.
Right.
This very excited, open energy field, which is there
Mm-hmm.
as well. You will notice yourself in those beautiful potential times. Your shadow sides or your old beliefs or old ways are showing itself more.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get fooled by them.
Mm-hmm.
Where? Sit with it. When you really want to know, and you can ask questions. What is it you want to tell me? What is it I still believe to be true? Does it still, that belief, does it still fit in who I am now? Does it resonate? And when it does, then you know it's time to drop it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your lessons learned.
Mm-hmm.
That really you can sense that in your field as well. When you sit with it and when you make a conscious new choice, you can feel that your backpack you're dragging on your shoulders is just, oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
How,
Yeah.
how exciting.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Well, I think we're babbling around half an hour now, I think. Chicken banging on the cat door.
Time to go feed the chickens.
Well, they're not, I'm not responsible for feeding the chicken. see how, and it doesn't matter what it is, it's so easy to let distractions in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Doesn't
All
matter
that
what.
noise.
So
Mm-hmm.
the chicken for banging on my cat door.
Right. Yeah. So I think that's it's really important. What the Akashic Records shared is just like quieting the noise, finding a way to quiet the noise. One thing that I'll share that was interesting that I had someone, I don't know, several weeks ago that I did a reading for, and I usually don't remember what comes through, unless it is an important message for like the collective or for more than, if it's for me or if it's for, and then I will remember it. So this was pretty important. I think why I remembered it is it was someone who said, I have a hard time meditating or just like being quiet because I have all of these just, ideas and thoughts and things just kind of all just rattling around inside of my head. And so I asked because they said, well, can you see if they have anything they recommend that I could do? And so when I asked, they said, the Akashic guide said the importance of grounding. So when you feel like that, like you've just got all these ideas and the noise and everything, it's so important to make sure that you're well grounded, right?
Thank you, because that's very important.
So that I just wanted to share that they said because I had never heard that before. Um,
Oh, you
never.
did. You did. In the training, it was so important.
Oh,
Go back when you clear energy fields, do a football because people tend
oh yeah, yeah. You're
no.
right. I
So
just meant the
no,
Akashic. I've never heard it from the Akashic Records before, is what I meant.
exactly. And I could just by you hearing you say this again, that the excitement what I felt or feel at the moment and the fun as well. This is why I could bring in the distracting chicken banging on my door because I'm more flowy in the moment and excited. So it's easy to be a little bit more ungrounded.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, it has been with compassion. It has been intense few years. So
Mm-hmm.
I understand why now I feel that joy and attracting organically abundance into your life on all levels. Beautiful people, little wonders.
Mm-hmm.
When that becomes more visible and in my reality again, and connecting with this time and this potential time and timeline jump,
Mm-hmm.
finally feel that playfulness and
That's why the chickens are there. Just to
wow,
remind you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. But yeah, yeah, but still healthy boundaries because the one is very persuasive, as you could hear on her tapping on the door. And when she is going to not be nice to the cats that live here,
Mm,
then I have to set firm boundaries and put her aside. And one of my cats is, well, feels his space is taking over.
mm,
And that's
yeah.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
lessons.
So it's around your one o'clock, I think.
Almost. Yeah.
1
10,
a.m.
10 minutes till.
You have to unwind and go into your most needed restful state. And I have to start my day and to jump into this going online with clients and
Yeah.
first breakfast now. So it was joy again
Yes.
to
Always.
be bold and well bridge the night and the morning time and just in the field.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to make sure we can get on,
Yeah,
Lionsgate
energies.
energy. Yeah. And I'm officially now into August the 8th. So almost 1 hour in. So
And still it's always in, but especially now where you're born on the place where you are right now, be with your intention, make new choices and ground the choices and the wishes
mm-hmm.
and the intentions.
Mm-hmm.
You are located because that will create that higher timeline line to be the field that will connect to all those that are on the same page as we are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And on that note,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to love you and leave you.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll see you next time. Happy Lionsgate portal.
oh, oh yeah, yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks
Bye.
for listening.